It's now my pleasure to introduce Allison Corrado. She is the co-chair of the Start Early Funders Coalition Public Policy Committee, and she's the senior program officer at the Blue Cross Blue Shield Minnesota Foundation, and she's going to present the Parent and Provider Champion Award and the Nancy Latimer Award. Allison?
Good morning, everyone. All right, I want to do a real quick welcome to another elected official in the room. Dave Pinto joined us. As Andrea said, my name's Allison Corrado. I work with the Blue Cross Foundation, and I have the pleasure of co-chairing the Start Early Funders Coalition's Public Policy Committee. And we at Start Early are so excited to join Little Moments Count this year to celebrate the 16th annual Nancy Latimer Awards. Thank you. The Nancy Latimer Award is given every year to honor the late Nancy Latimer, an early childhood champion, and every year we have the pleasure of celebrating her legacy with the entire Latimer family. So thanks for being in the room today. The Nancy Latimer Award recognizes the work of advocates in our community who carry out her legacy through their work with and on behalf of children and families across the state. And we at Start Early value the perspectives of parents and providers and their priorities. And we believe it's so important to amplify their work and their voices to advance early childhood outcomes across all of our work. So with this in mind, in addition to the Nancy Latimer Award, we every year recognize the advocacy of parents and providers with our Parent and Provider Champion Awards. The Start Early Funders Coalition, better known as Start Early, is a collaboration of more than 15 members of Minnesota's philanthropic community. And the coalition provides critical leadership, funding for research, program development, public policy, and grant making to improve early childhood equity in the state of Minnesota. And we are working together to ensure that every child in Minnesota is physically, socially, emotionally, and cognitively prepared for school and for lifelong success. And our mission is to leverage our unique perspective as funders to advance public policy and community support to ensure that all children in Minnesota have an equitable, strong, and healthy start. And with that, we are going to get right into the awards because this is the fun part. So I am excited to announce the winner of the 2022 Parent Champion Award, Tiffany Grant. Tiffany Grant is a parent to her 9-year-old daughter, Alaya, and her 4-year-old son, Uriah. Growing up, Tiffany struggled with mental health issues throughout her entire childhood. At that time, research wasn't as advanced and resources were not as accessible, and therefore Tiffany was forced to find a way to deal with her mental health alone and without resources. And it was a difficult journey, and it was that journey where her passion for advocacy was born. She remembered how much she struggled and didn't want other children to struggle in the same way she had, especially her own children. But what Tiffany discovered as she looked into what was out there today, she discovered that there's still a real serious lack of resources in her community for mental health, and this drove her to become even more involved. So Tiffany started advocating as a Minnesota representative for Strolling Thunder, a parent advocacy initiative through 0 to 3 that allows families to advocate for the issues that are most important to them. And then she partnered with 0 to 3 again to serve as a parent advocate on their Diversity Collective, an initiative to increase BIPOC practitioners in the mental health clinician workforce. And then, when she couldn't find high-quality early learning for her own children, she co-founded a family childcare in partnership with Excel Academy. Tiffany is dedicated to changing the narratives around mental health and early childhood and hopes that one day all children and families have what they need to thrive. And unfortunately, Tiffany is sick and not able to be with us this morning. So Carrie Johnson is going to accept Tiffany's award on her behalf. But let's give her a big round of applause.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tiffany.
All right. Next up, I am pleased to announce our Provider Champion Award, Tracy Schreifels. Woo! Tracy Schreifels is an infant mental health clinical mentor and executive director at Ellison Center in St. Cloud. Ellison Center is a nonprofit agency she and a few colleagues started in order to provide specialized services to children ages birth to 5 and their caregivers. She provides outpatient clinical services to families with young children, as well as reflective consultation services to early childhood and home visiting programs. Tracy strives to provide support to her team as well so that they and the families that they are working with can flourish and grow. She mentors new clinicians and professionals in the field of early childhood, and her experiences teaching and providing mental health consultation in Head Start, working for a preschool day treatment program, and her clinical work with parents and children serves as foundations for her training. In addition, Tracy serves as the co-chair of the Minnesota Association for Children's Mental Health Infant and Early Childhood Division's Advisory Board. She is passionate about sharing her background knowledge in challenging behaviors and in early childhood development with caregivers of young children. Congratulations, Tracy. And now I am very happy to announce the 2022 Nancy Latimer Award recipient, Andre Dukes. Now, Andre likely needs no introduction to this group because he is such a well-respected leader in the early childhood field across the entire state of Minnesota, but clearly we love to brag on our award recipients quite a bit, so I will. He also was an influential advisor in the early days of Little Moments Count, so in good company here. If you aren't familiar with Andre, you got a preview of his work at the start of the hour showcasing NAS's Kindergarten Readiness Toolkit. Andre has spent the last decade focused on child development and academic success within the North Minneapolis community. He has partnered with the University of Minnesota Center for Early Education and Development and their Urban Research and Outreach and Engagement Center to develop a series of parent education classes that support child development at each stage of the education continuum. He's been responsible for the oversight, implementation, and validation of Family Academy, a series of parent education classes in support of scholar academic achievement. And Andre is currently the Vice President of Family and Community Impact for the Northside Achievement Zone and has provided thought leadership for successful implementation of programs in community and strength-based family engagement. Andre has also co-authored a research article focused on reproductive justice issues related to fathers and developed the Proud Papa curriculum designed to celebrate and leverage the natural skills of fathers to enhance child development. His passion for children and families has led him to serve on the boards of Think Small, Bethany Christian Services, and he has also been appointed to the Governor's Council of Minnesotans of African Descent and serves on multiple committees working to empower families and create equitable and sustainable systems change. Congratulations, Andre.
You have 2 minutes.
I did not prepare a speech. But thank you to the Start Early Funders Group. This is certainly an honor to follow in the tradition and legacy of Nancy Latimer. I just don't know what to say. I'm so thankful to so many of you in the room. You're all friends and have all influenced my success. And I'm here today with my wife and my mother. My wife made me a father. And so this is why I got into this work, and so my success is her success, and I'm just deeply grateful for all that she has done to allow me to do the work that I do. But also my mother is here, who is a 5-year cancer survivor. And many of you have heard my story about being able to be on a bus at 8 years old, only because my mother has set up an ecosystem of support that allowed me not just to survive, but to thrive. And so my mother, I cherish you, I honor you, I thank you. And to all of my NAS family that is here today, thank you so much. Sandra Samuels, Karen, all of you. I am deeply grateful for this honor. I cannot tell you. There's one thing for folks to just say thank you for the work that you do, but when a community recognizes the work and the efforts that you are putting forth to change the lives of children, it just changes the game. And I'll leave with this and just say that one of the things that I've learned that will always stick with me is that no child deserves to recover from their childhood. That means that we all have a responsibility to make sure that that's not a reality for our children. I am committed to continue to do that for the rest of our lives, and I'm committed to working with you to make it happen. Thank you so much.
I just want to extend a huge congratulations to all of our Nancy recipients this year for the 16th annual Nancy Latimer Awards.